TechNet Center Live Newsplex here. We're going to be working on a story. If you techie folks have grown up watching tech TV, CNET Central, reading PC computing, you would be familiar with John C. Dvorak, who had really strong convictions on disliking Apple, or did he? I mean, he was kind of a contrarian. He passed away on July 20th. Just when I was watching an episode of Silicon Spin on YouTube, the next day the story came out. So I'm going to be working on editing the story. If I can just come to you in my very rudimentary workstation here. I'm writing the copy, and my correspondent in the left coast is going to read the copy, and I'm just working on this right now. Let me see if I can do a word wrap. I really should have a more fancier suite here, but we're gonna put this on clickful.me/SCTN, which is the SCTech Network. So this is the copy I'm working on. There's a few typos here, so I'm gonna put some words in here. Got this from the Hollywood Reporter. I know we're going to try to put a B-roll of, there's a couple B-rolls. If you folks know John C. Dvorak, he took apart the IBM PS2 computer in 1987 when it came out to market. And he thought he could put the thing back together on live-to-tape form, and John C. Dvorak could not do that. And Stuart Chaffee, just being the cool, who actually just passed away in December, which is ironic. I think he was in his 80s, 87, I think, to be exact. But I'm doing my research here because I took some still photos from my smartphone here, and but went through something here. I knew Dvorak was on many tech shows. It wasn't just CNET. It was not just Tech TV. I think he was on CNBC because he also did MarketWatch.com, which I don't know if we're going to put that one in there. We're trying to do like a 60-second. We might do a 90-second package for the TechNet Central News Flash. This does take a lot of work here. This is interesting. I could just live stream me reading the old PC computer. Yeah, here's Dvorak's commentary in PC computing, which was really like an IT centric. This was like an IT centric magazine. It was only around for like a few years and kind of folded into PC computing. So this is Dvorak. What date was this, by the way? July 96. So this is really in the infancy of the World Wide Web. So he's like can I do John C. Dvorak impersonation? Most World Wide Web visionaries tried to show the same hallucinations developed in a conference. I can't read. At a conference. The latest is that the web, and damn you freaking. The latest is the web will consolidate into a few big players. And the process already started. Oh God, I cannot read right now because that's stupid. Like the light is too low here. But yeah, he says delusions. It's inevitable. Boom, collapse, consolidation. There will be a serious shakeout when the things stabilize, and the web will start to take over again by 1998, owned by the big boys. Not. So that was John C. Dvorak's. This was very ironic. I just want to make sure if my label is, there's some personal identifiable information because it's my old address. I don't want you folks to know who I am, really. So this is, what date was this? August 2003, August 19th. Take away a week because it's always a week ahead, right? So this was a weekly magazine. Or twice weekly. So it should be, hold on. This was very interesting. I just happened to get it in our library here at SCTechNet Central. And this one was really interesting. And I'm going to be putting the screen grab on SCTechNet's Facebook page, its Instagram, as well as so this was an interesting. This is in 2003. He is recently. I picked up my Cisco ATA 186. Again, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this with a stupid light, and I cannot see. It's glossy paper. Remember those days, people? It was good old print. All right, here we go. I can read this better. Recently, I picked up my little Cisco ATA 186 analog telephone adapter along with a compact D-Link Ethernet broadband router and checked into my favorite small hotel in New York City, the Park south of 28th Street. The boutique gem is a few steps away from a subway entrance and a 1 block from PC Mag's offices. It loans DVDs and has fabulous pills and has free T1 connections in the room. I don't know if it's direct, straight up T1. That would be interesting. And this is an 03. That's kind of like outdated, wouldn't it be? It was his last amenity. Oh, really? It was literally T1 in the room. It was his amenity that got my attention when I discovered the place. I tried to use the T1 line to make phone calls. I have this Vonage VoIP phone service, which comes with a real phone number and links to telecom networks and a broadband connection in the ATA 186. That I actually had that in the other room in our data center. Let's continue on here. When I arrived at the Park South Hotel, I plugged in the D-Link hub into the RJ45 jack and plugged in the ATA 186 into the hub. That's showing my age, remembering a hub. I plugged the hotel phone into the AT186. I was prepared to buy a small phone if I had to, but the hotel phone worked fine for this experiment. I love how he's really destined to not use wireless. This is why we use SCTechNet here. I left the hook expecting the normal dial tone, but you use Vonage to get a dial tone, but you never know if you're using plain old telephone service or POTS. In this case, I got no dial tone, but when I plugged in the laptop and the hub went online, I tried again, and voila, a dial tone. I wonder what the Park South hotels would think if they know that people would completely bypass the hotel's phones for all calls. Well, a lot of people just use their smartphones years later, unfortunately. But smart hotel operators would see this as an opportunity. I'm a regular at Park South because of the T1 connection. What's more important than a regular customer. I appreciate that the basic cell phone plan would be cheaper than my Vonage Lash Up, but I prefer the landline. But I still prefer a landline, and that is that this Vonage IP phone is the beginning of a revolution what telcos call bypass. Within minutes of connecting, I got phone calls that were initially placed on my home phone and were passed on to the Vonage phone. Here's where it gets more interesting. So yeah, this was the early stage of voice over IP, and this was literally a page long. I'm surprised that the 186 was actually something that could work at that point. 'Cause again, I have that one, and that requires a Cisco call manager environment. But here's another little Dvorak here segment. I'm going to be editing the copy. I'll do another live stream when I do the final edit here. The Lost Tribe revealed this was in December 1986, and he talks about something about the Macs. I've not read this in its entirety, but he played, like, I guess, the contrarian, because he always said nasty things about Macs. So, but that's basically it. I'm gonna try to edit this copy. I'm gonna try to dump this for 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. Hopefully, our other people in the other newsroom will get to read this copy, and then we'll work on this and try to get some video and pictures and stuff like that out to here. So, yeah, folks, we're here. This is what we'll do once in a while. We're not doing much news stories. We're just gonna do like a minute news flash and give you the quick read of the tech news, all of the stuff you need to know. You don't even need 5 minutes. You just need a minute 30. So, all right. Thank you for watching. Bye.